Hi everyone, I'm Arjun Gupta, the founder and creator of Courseplay. And today we have Mr. Ashutosh Kapila with us. He's an alum of XLRI. He's led L&D for nearly 2 decades across multinational organizations. He was awarded the top 20 influencers in L&D last year, and he's currently a coach and advisor on learning and the learning experience. Welcome, Mr. Kapila. It's great to have you on today.
Thank you. Great to be here. Looking forward to a conversation.
You talked about how you could install a platform for millions of dollars, but only deliver 3% adoption and the 3% completion. That does happen quite a bit with various organizations. And in your opinion, what can the internal L&D team do to get better success out of these tools? Because the new tools have all the features and have all this intelligence, right? It's like an F1 car where it's really fast and gets a lot done, and it's tuned to give you the best sort of performance. But ultimately, the driver also needs to play its part. So, in your opinion, what can L&D teams do to get better success out of these new advanced learning tools?
Yeah, that's a great question. Also a frequently asked question, because the role of L&D itself is come under a sort of people are asking questions. So exactly what does the L&D do if the LXP provides everything to me? And I think I mentioned before that the role is really not to provide or throw courses at employees. Hey, do this. You're assigned this course. You better do this. Or even to develop content, because you have trillions of gigabits of content already there, which is very high quality, video based and so forth. The role is to analyze what is the best sort of learning for each role and where are the gaps. Right. For that, you require to be an analyst, and that's where the role is moved away from a traditional sort of L&D person and who's done brick and mortar kind of training into somebody who analyzes and tweaks the LXP to enhance the learning experience. The second is to understand how to provide 360-degree kind of learning with all the elements of the 70-20-10 built in. So it's a kind of holistic mothership, I'll call it, where you can find everything to do with your development, and in a very easy way, like 2-3 clicks and you're there. So access, distribution, scalability, being cost effective, and most importantly, being very exciting and engaging in terms of the interface. I think those are the things that L&D needs to ensure are being built into the learning system, in addition to their role as the analyst of capability building.
And then so after they've installed it, right? So they've installed it and they've got all of these capabilities. Is there anything you'd suggest that L&D teams focus on so that they get the most out of the tool?
Yeah, one of the things that I feel L&D is, across a lot of organizations lack in is presenting the proof of the pudding. So things like testimonies, having leader-led development. A leader comes to the on your screen and talks about how a particular capability has helped him or her succeed. That carries great weightage, right? Then you have, in terms of creating the pull, you also have people who've experienced this kind of learning. How have they applied it? So that application part is somewhere, it gets a bit fuzzy. Now, I know that, we use, for example, Kirkpatrick scale and, level 2, everybody has knowledge checks and awareness and all. But, to actually see the application part and go to level 3, level 4, level 5 requires a real amount of hard work, right? You got to keep pilot groups and you got to isolate them and see that how has only training and development created the difference in capability and therefore results. I think L&D needs to do that. Track application, help in the application, and how these skills and capabilities are landing on the ground, and what are the challenges therefore faced in internalizing them, the new set of behaviors, right? And therefore, as I said, they are more of behavior architects rather than prescriptors of learning, right? Yeah.
So you're saying to drive better adoption, it's not going to be a fire and forget model, right? They need to actually track the usage, pull the reports, become sort of data analysts, and really understand what's happening. And then bring in their leadership to to provide leader-led training and to find ways to develop that pull factor so that learners are coming to the platform.
Yes, exactly. It needs to be part of, let's say, an ops review. L&D needs to do that kind of stakeholder engagement where every business leader or every vertical head needs to see capability building and learning as a key part of winning in the business, right? Making the business of the function stronger. If it's not part of your ops review, it remains an academic exercise, something done by HR, something they're firing away. So, not much impact. So I think that's the role L&D does, right? Making it part of, the central sort of radar, the dashboard and the agenda for discussion in business meetings.